Hello goobers and gobbers, welcome to part 2 of the more Parz reaction video. We're going to be learning about more little creepy crawlies and freaky little friends that live in the land down under today. Thank you so much for coming here, and I hope you enjoy the reaction video.
This wasp is
That guy's awesome.
basically a xenomorph.
That guy's awesome.
The tarantula hawk wasp.
Yes, the tarantula hawks. Okay guys, if you guys do not know what a tarantula hawk is, I need you to lock in, because this, if you don't already know what this thing is, you may have nightmares thinking about the every once in a while I think to myself, I'm like, damn, I'm really glad I am not a tarantula that lives anywhere near tarantula hawks, because these guys are actual like monsters. These guys are monsters. And the way that they kill tarantulas, because that's what they mostly go for, is tarantulas or like other things, is actually the most terrifying thing in the world that you could possibly imagine.
Possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography.
Yes.
But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is the largest wasp on the planet.
Yes.
Coming in at a massive 2.5 inches.
Yeah, that guy's big as hell.
Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably the most effective 2 inches it's ever been, because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet ant. Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as
Coyote Peterson is a terrifying son of a bitch.
And electric.
Yeah.
Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing.
Yes.
Because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests, they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders. Making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No.
That'd be too easy.
Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing. The bug butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider,
completely alive and conscious,
into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry. It gives me chills. And proceeds to lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them. That food being the still paralyzed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight. A gorilla.
Those guys I don't think need to exist anymore. I don't think they need to exist anymore.
But that begs the question, which animal does win? And the answer, stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos.
Yeah, the cool thing about hippos is everybody thinks that hippos are like big, dumb, and slow. But these guys can actually I think they can run like what, 15, 20 miles an hour?
I present to you
if they get big enough speed going. It's like some ridiculous speed. Like it's like something that would like not make sense to you.
At the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work done for the hippopotamus community,
Moodang. Moodang.
The fact that Modo here is a sentient Ford F-150, the template of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one
They can't swim either.
Reason.
No, they were just big.
You say the hippopotamus is possibly
look at him
the
go.
biggest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically...
Yep, there it is.
Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal.
Yeah, you're just not doing it.
Does not give a single...
It doesn't care.
If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However,
nah,
don't let the fact
give me a rocket launcher.
Away...
Do you think a hippo could survive getting point blanked by a rocket? Well, actually, less like a point blanking, but like, do you think you could like throw a grenade at like a hippo, and do you think it'd just be like fine? I feel like it might be fine. Like if you threw like a shrapnel, like a frag grenade or something at a hippo, I feel like they'd just be fine. Like I feel like it would scare it, but I don't think it would kill it or even get close to killing it.
A peaceful animal. They are,
oh yeah. Oh my God, that's dead.
Violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half.
Yep.
A hippo's jaw.
The bite of it. Was that the bite of 87?
2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if he catches your ass.
2,000. Isn't that less than the? Isn't that less than the croc?
You are the watermelon. And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget
wasn't that less than the croc?
20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your arm through. But honestly, the bite doesn't even matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run
I don't like
30k an hour.
Yeah. I was like right there, 15 to 20. Yeah.
Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a fucking bus. There is no way.
There's no way.
Winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people.
That's not right.
Just by rolling over.
Yeah. Bro, Empress Bullblacks right there.
With the hungry hippo.
Oh yeah. No, those guys are massive dickheads.
Are horror villains.
These guys are awesome. Okay, Komodo dragons are super cool with their like bacteria saliva that kills you over time after one bite.
I mean, seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and
I feel like it feels really cool to pet them
because they cannot be expending effort to hunt.
Nope.
You see, Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, bang a motor transport right there.
That is, yeah.
Now, being the reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon...
That guy is, okay, that's a lot bigger than I thought they were, I'm not gonna lie. I did not think they were that big.
A lot of calories to keep
that is a lot of fucking lizard right there.
That bulk to
that is a lot of lizard.
Body slam its prey. They can take
coolest scene in Godzilla, by the way.
3 times their size, because as if being a reptilian tank was not enough, they are also venomous.
Yes.
This isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know,
it's their
gives you a nice
spit. It's their bacteria in their mouth, whatever.
No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order. Yeah, exactly. And that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots.
Yeah.
So the animal is still slowly bleeding
out. Yeah.
Komodo
Yikes.
is still watching. More time passes. That
ain't right.
Gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the
the scarlet rot.
The Komodo is still watching. Another week.
Actual
passes.
monsters.
The infection has spread, and the flesh has begun to rot. And you best believe that ass lizard is still there watching, like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave.
That ain't right. Get his save him. Save my boy.
On its own and collapses. The Komodo strolls over and eats it alive.
I mean,
Shredding
fair
it into
enough.
chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it screams
No.
on the way down.
No. Okay, maybe this guy ain't as cool as I thought he was. Maybe he's kind of fucked up, I'm not gonna lie.
Even for me, man, that's fucked. This is the deadliest snake in the world.
I don't like flesh rotting stuff. That was like one of the things that's always like gotten me, honestly. That shit's always gotten me. Like the idea of like my like skin falling off or something like that, or like my flesh rotting away, or like rubbing my arms and then like my skin just comes off. That shit scares me. So I did not know that Komodo dragons made your skin rot and everything. That sucks. Fuck those guys.
Deadliest snake in the world. Introducing the inland taipan, and being the deadliest venom noodle in the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found. It's Australia, of course. It's fucking Australia. Be so serious here. Where the f else did you think you were gonna find it? Canada? More specific.
Why did everything? What is it about Australia and where it is and like its climate or whatever that just breeds the most fucked up things? Like genuinely, like what is it about this place that just makes these creatures? Like it just makes these creatures, and they all just decide, you know what? Yes, we're gonna stay here. Like why can't the Komodo dragon be in like Colorado or something?
As the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily, extremely far from civilization, because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition of size doesn't matter. Because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely can feel less than an inch.
Ow.
Because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet.
God.
Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing, but not limited to... hemotoxins to cause blood clots, myotoxins for paralysis and necrosis, nephrotoxins to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of neurotoxin. Needless to say, if it bites you, you will get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes.
Okay.
And that venom
that ain't right.
That one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But the
okay, that ain't right. All right, bro. All I'm learning right now is that I don't need to ever go to Australia.
Of this snake's venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and f***ing mice. The deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to pack up Remy the rat.
Good. Stay doing that forever.
That's the cutest f***ing thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Counter-terrorists win. This adorable little...
The blue ring octopus. The most deadly octopus in the world. These guys...
octopus is also the world's deadliest.
Yep. The blue ring.
The blue-ringed octopus, a species
they're really cool.
Native to Australia, and in a shot...
I was watching a I did a thing video where he was breeding crabs, mud crabs in his garage that it ended up smelling like fish and piss. And, you know, casual Australian things to do. And he accidentally got a blue ring octopus in that setup under a rock or something. That was kind of crazy. And he's like, I have to get rid of this now. Yeah, so that's a pretty cool, guys.
Precisely 0 people at this point. It's venomous. Because of course it's fucking venomous. Why wouldn't it be venomous? That'd make my life way too fucking easy. Now, to its credit, unlike most of the toxic bullshit in this hellscape I call home, they at least have the common decency to be coloured like a fucking neon sign. However, it immediately loses this credit by being the octopus equivalent of a fucking hobbit, coming in smaller than a 50-cent coin. And this is a problem, because it is the most venomous octopus in the world.
Yikes. Yeah, you die.
This fluoro spaghetti ball is packed to the brim with neurotoxin, more specifically tetrodotoxin. You know, the
I know that
turns cooking a puff fish into a quick time event. Yeah, these little guys are packed too. However, because it is Australian, the blue-ringed octopus is on violence timing and is the only animal in the world to use this as an offensive measure by way of a
bite you?
bite. But
I was gonna say, I don't want that. Fucking octopus beaks are terrifying. They're like pointy and conish and yucky.
Well, imagine you're wading through the rock pools with the homies.
Not me.
And you accidentally
Wouldn't be me.
disturb this little gentleman's residence. The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense, suctions onto your leg and bites you. Best part, it's completely painless. So if you're distracted...
I don't like things like that. Things where I don't know.
By how thick your mate's looking in those Speedos, you aren't going to feel shit. That is, until your face starts tingling like TV static. It's warm out here under the sun.
Oh my God.
You weren't sweating like this 5 minutes ago, and now you got a headache. You start to feel sick, weak. You go to call out, but your voice comes out slurred like you just knocked back a bottle of vodka.
2 shots.
That sucks. And why does anybody go outside?
Legs come out from under you, and you hit the beach. Fun fact about tetrodotoxin: it's a paralytic. Freezes up your muscles one by one, starting with your arms and legs, which is why you kiss the sand.
That ain't right.
You know what else is a muscle?
That ain't
your
right.
Diaphragm, the muscle that controls your breathing. And yeah, turns those bad boys off too. And so your chest stops rising and falling, and you suffocate.
I don't like that. These are the kind of things right now when they're like explaining stuff like this that makes you like do conscious breathing, you know, where like I like start focusing on breathing and like the feeling of it and stuff. Like start doing like conscious breathing instead of breathing like fluidly and naturally. I start like thinking about breathing, like am I breathing, and then start forcing myself to breathe.
Right there on the beach.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Now, you may be wondering, how come no one called an ambulance?
Nope.
That's easy.
No.
They didn't have time to. You went up to meet your ancestors in under 20 minutes.
Yikes.
God ordered your ass with same-day shipping, and this little fucker delivered.
Yikes.
Employee of the month.
Nothing to do about them.
Cause explosions.
Yes, the mantis shrimp. There was like, I don't know if this is like, I think this is like a myth at this point. I think this is like a mantis shrimp myth or something where it's like, oh no, it's the pistol shrimp. This is the mantis shrimp. It's one of them. I think this is the mantis shrimp. I think they're different. I think the pistol shrimp and mantis shrimp are different. Yeah, this is the mantis shrimp. The pistol shrimp is the one I'm thinking about. The pistol shrimp, which I don't know if he's coming up in this video or anything like that, is like a little like pinchy thing. Like the heat of it, like. The heat of it can fucking is like nearing the temperature of the sun for like the smallest fragment of a second or some shit like that. You know, that was like a big myth surrounding it. I know it's like crazy, but it's nothing like that. But like that's how they like kill stuff. This guy's just scary. He just punched shit.
Goal is to blow up.
Introducing the mantis shrimp, native to the West Indo-Pacific Ocean.
He literally just punches stuff. I saw this. I know about this guy for some reason. This is where I found out about this guy. It was an anime called Terraformars. Very, very depressing that it never got finished because the concept is really cool, even though it was super messed up and one of those if you like them, they will die kind of animes and stuff like that. And there was a guy, there was a professional boxer, and his animal power was mantis shrimp, and he punched really hard, and it was awesome.
Because this fluorescent
they punch the shells off clams and shit.
It's actually a voracious, bloodthirsty predator rocking enough surveillance equipment to scare the CIA with a weapon powerful enough to surpass Metal Gear. See, the mantis shrimp
they also got those crazy eyes. They can see like 230 colors.
The most advanced set of eyes on the fucking planet. First off, each of these eye stalks can rotate independently like a periscope, giving them a full 360 degrees of vision.
It's scary.
More importantly, they can see colors we can't. You see,
Yeah.
the mantis shrimp's eyes contain a full 15 photoreceptor cones compared to our 3.
Yeah.
Which is a fancy way of saying they can see in 16K HDR with ray tracing enabled at 500 render distance.
Oh my PC.
Now, not only is the visual clarity unmatched,
It's crazy.
they can also see into the infrared and ultraviolet light spectrums. And despite all of this, they still can't find who asked.
Group photo of
What they
everyone
can,
who
however,
asked,
find
bro.
is their next meal. The mantis shrimp
Easy.
consists on a diet of fish, worms, squidward, and, most importantly, Mr. Crabs. Now, crabs famously exist inside of a defensive shell. So, how does this
And they beat the hell out of
gentleman
them.
break into the shell? Simple.
Yeah, look at him. Click,
he throws
click.
hands.
That, yeah. It's scary.
Right, weighing in at only 90 grams and 38 centimeters in length, the
They
mantis
go
shrimp has a
ballistic.
punch that produces
Genuinely.
15,000
They could like break like out of the the fish tanks that they get put in just by smashing them. They like pop them.
of force. That is 176 newtons per gram. So if a human was capable of that same kind of force, a right hook from someone who weighs 80 kilo would be like getting hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite.
Yes.
Now, to produce
That's some
force,
death battle
its
measurements right
core
there.
needs to be moving at 83 kilometers an hour.
Ugh,
which
that's
is
crazy.
So fast, it creates a vacuum in the water called a cavitation bubble, which then immediately collapses at such a speed it creates a miniature explosion that flashbangs the target and reaches a temperature hotter than the surface
Okay, so it was these guys too.
of the sun. Mr. Krabs is getting disintegrated.
Money.
Most snails aren't scary, except
The
this
harpoon
one.
snail.
This one's Australian.
Or the cone snail. I always forget. I talked about this one earlier. Remember when we were there was the fish. If I did this, I separated this video, black and white flashback of to when I said this earlier. Is it the snail, the nautilus, the thingy, the snail, the harpoon snail?
Introducing the cone snail, an aquatic mollusk native to the land down under. And
these guys super suck too, and they're venomous.
Your postcode with a kangaroo. You guessed it. It can quite easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin. And the way
they're venomous.
Is this bad boy right
Yeah, it's
here.
little
You see,
proboscis. It's spooky little proboscis.
Slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker. The cone snail is a highly effective ambush predator. And you may be wondering, how the fuck does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt?
It's not a real game. It's not a real game. It's not a real game.
It has a grappling hook.
What?
That's right. Gary's murderous little cousin here is a robot mate.
Put that shit away.
And he hunts by
Put that shit away. I don't want to see that.
Surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then bang!
Bang!
The cone snail does a quarter circle input, spitting out a tooth harpoon at 90 kilometers an hour. This harpoon then nails its prey, allowing him to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion. And in case that
and then you're done
bad
for.
enough, as seems to be a requirement
and then you're
for
dead.
spawning on
And then you blow up.
servers, it's venomous. That harpoon also injects its prey with a
oh my god, I don't like that.
potent
Look at that shit. It's peeing.
Instantly paralyzes it. This means it cannot put
I
up
love
a
that
fight
shit.
as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of Kirby.
No.
And, you know, just in case you thought for once
I didn't
you
know they
might
did
be
that.
safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting. Oh yeah, and there's no anti-venom because it's not enough that it can kill me. No, I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay. Who balanced this?
Okay.
You see this thing T-pose? Run.
What? Why?
Introducing the Anteater, a goofy little creature native to Brazil.
Yeah.
And to understand why the
Native to Brazil
dance on this bad boy is a threat to
Oh
your
no.
health, you're going to have to understand a little about his lifestyle first. Now listen, I know this may come as a shock to you.
Oh god.
But the Anteater eats ants.
Ants, yes.
Weighing in at
I know that
40
guy.
kilos and 1.8
But what does it do to me?
meters in length, it needs to consume upwards of 40,000 ants per day.
Oh my god,
Now, in order to
1
help
million
with his bulk results,
ants.
The Anteater has a mystery mouse tool stored inside that XL sniffer. 60 centimeter
What that tongue do though? Hang on a minute.
long tongue.
He ain't got
Designed
no
to snake its way
problem.
down an ant colony's tunnel network, smash into their living room, and abduct
No.
the entire f***ing cast
It's a
of
bad
Bugs
day-
Life
it'd be a bad day to be an
convert it into
ant.
A high-calorie meal.
Yes, Monster House, my favorite little thing
However,
right there.
what that tongue do only goes so far. As an ant
Okay,
colony
literally, I
can
just said
extend
that, but
up to
okay.
4 meters underground, and
Ugh.
termites live in high rises. Which means our boy here is going to have to do a little excavation to get to the goods.
Okay.
But last I checked, an anteater can't go down to Bunnings and buy a shovel. So how
I want to
does
go to a
he-
Bunnings.
Oh, that's simple. With the
I wanna go.
combat knives he has for claws. Yeah, anteaters are permanently cosplaying Freddy
Oh, no.
Krueger with a set of
Oh, God.
4-inch claws.
But they're not
which,
they're not
proving the
aggressive.
effectiveness of a few inches.
He wouldn't
can
hurt
crack
little old me.
through f***ing concrete. Now,
What?
These work great for
No.
digging, but they are also more than capable of flatlining you. When threatened,
okay.
the anteater will rear up into a defensive T-pose.
He looks so stupid though. He couldn't possibly hurt
This
me.
is your sign, if you are smart, to turn around and all the way off. If,
Okay.
however, you were, say, some dumbass trophy hunter who really felt the need to try and stab an animal for no reason other than ego, the anteater will
Awesome.
swipe at you with those claws, which are at the perfect height to nail you in a
Oh,
hole.
God.
Slip through your flesh like butter and sever your femoral artery.
Okay, I don't
Bleed
want
out in
that.
2 minutes while the anteater watches you go meet your ancestors. Can you
And he
imagine
doesn't even
having
care.
to explain to your ancestors who felled woolly mammoths, you got your packed up by the most unserious creature on the planet hitting a T-pose?
Yes. Exactly. And they just for the
Australia's
vultures.
scariest spider is hiding a deep secret. But what
That
is
it's
it?
big.
Well, introducing the
These are the guys I talked about the first time, way back.
Huntsman.
These guys are
native to
the
land down under,
Huntsmans.
and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera.
Yep.
And look, in defense of said tourists, I will be
They're
the first
big.
to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those gangly
Yes.
ass legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle.
That's
If having
yeah.
a negative
That shit
charisma
outta
stat
here.
wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the Huntsman spider grows up to 30
Yes.
centimeters in
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Those guys get actually so
size,
big, like a
making
fucking
it the
frying pan.
largest spider on the planet by leg span, and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long.
Yeah.
Now, being the spider,
Those guys are
equivalent of a
terrifying.
Ford
They're not-
F-150,
they can't really
you'd think
hurt
he'd have
you.
the common decency to be slow, you know, tank.
No, they're super fast.
Unfortunately, the Huntsman
No.
is f***ing turbocharged.
They're so fast.
Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I would inform you
But I think they aren't venomous. I'm pretty sure. At least if they are, it's not like kill us
that
venom.
he is also highly venomous because it's Australia.
'Kay.
However, that's
Imme-
his big
immediate-
secret. The
Immediately.
Huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, despite looking like an SCP, Huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact,
There we
seeing
go.
one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise, because if you see a Huntsman
Let's
in your
go.
home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because
Yeah.
he's eaten them. You see, he understands
They're
he's
gone.
big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control.
See, they're
I
cool
personally
guys.
have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Except for the part where they cause car crashes.
What?
Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to slip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there, and you've just dropped one into your lap.
Oh, fuck, that would suck so much ass. Even knowing the fact they can't hurt, just imagine that fucking big ass 10-inch spider just dropping into your lap.
Whatever you do, don't panic or you're gonna crash the...
Yeah. No. Oh my god.